Hello, this is Eller, and this is the video for my blog post regarding the 3 scholarly sources which I found for each of my main points for my DA. So my main points, well, again, I'm talking about the Golden Order, a faction within Elden Ring which used to rule over the lands between, but the Order is now, gone through some hard times and it's pretty much crumbled. So the 3 aspects that I'm looking at are power, actions, and enemies, and I found a pretty good source for each. For my first one, power, this is probably my weakest source, but it's an article which talks about methods of forced conversion and instances of it in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, where they basically just coerced like certain groups or big religious figures to, change religions. And I'm relating this to the Golden Order because they did do some of that where they'd beat someone in battle and then they'd kind of adapt like part of their like magical system into their own system or something like that, and this spread their influence and strengthened them. They also did this thing where they chose Empyreans, which were people who were candidates for godhood. And when you're chosen as an Empyrean, you kind of like don't have a choice. The god of the Golden Order has its hold on you. So I'm relating it to that. My second source for actions is about queer playing in Elden Ring, and they talk about kind of different ways to play queer in Elden Ring and how the narrative supports it. They mention that the Golden Order acts very heteronormatively, and they talk about how the absence of death is a big thing in the Golden Order. But basically, like when you die, you return to the roots of the Erd Tree, the magical thing, and you're reborn. But because only certain people are given the grace of the Erd Tree, only certain people are allowed to be reborn. So there's sort of like an othering in that sense. And that was a big part of the Golden Order, like outcasting certain people and adapting certain people and like changing factions and magical systems in some way. For source 3, I've got enemies, and this is my favorite source. It talks about how philosophers kind of thought that the narratives of ancient gods like Zeus and stuff battling giants and centaurs and other kraken-like monsters was kind of harmful because it depicted the gods as sort of barbaric. It also talks about how these tales represented the battle between civilization and barbarianism or savagery, and that's basically like what the Golden Order was. They depicted perfect order, perfect civilization, and they went to battle with giants and dragons, and they outcast other beast-like races. However, there was some hypocrisy in that, as noted in the article, and that's definitely depicted in the Golden Order, as many of its famous heroes are really quite savage underneath the surface. So I can get a lot from that article, and it's my favorite one. But thank you.